Okay, guys, this is gonna be my quick remaster of Namor versus Aquaman Part 1. Where it's Namor versus Aquaman and pre-New 52 only. So, let's start off talking about Aquaman, since he's the man of the hour who's getting a little bit of an edit here. Since we're only going to be talking about pre 52, him before the new 52, let's go over what abilities he has as that are exclusive. Well, not just exclusive to this one, but in general. Aquaman has being an Atlantean and has amphibious nature. He can breathe underwater and on land. He also has enhanced vision, which allows him to see up to 6 fathoms with thumbs below the water, which is 36,000 feet below the surface of the water. He has enhanced hearing, enhanced smell. His strength at minimum is 150 times stronger than humans. And at its best, he was able to easily lift it and throw it tank with very little ease. Heck, he was even able to lift a considerable chunk of a city block in San Diego. His superhuman stamina allows him to maintain and moving at 150 miles per hour for at least 4 hours without any significant breaks. He's got his superhuman durability. I mean, not endurability, but durability is enhanced far beyond what humans are. He's able to swim at 36,000 feet below the surface, which pretty much would give him an insane durability. And I know you're thinking, how so? Because of the pressure at that depth. Heck, he's also regularly shown to take to be able to take a bullet fire and he is also able to, let's see, yeah, that's it for his durability. He's got an energy/heat resistance. Aquaman is extremely resistant to energy/heat based attacks, as he withstood multiple blasts from Amazo's heat vision, Black Manta's heat beams, and energy blasts from an OMAC. Dang. His superhuman speed at its best allows him to move at 1,000 knots, which, if you want to know that in miles per hour, that would put him at 1,150 miles per hour at his best. That's when he's not holding anything back. He also has superhuman reflexes, is marine telepathy, access to the clear, which Aquaman has the ability to sense the primary emotions of creatures through the clear. The clear seems to function as a universal conscious of all sea life. Pretty much he's got He's got the key sensing from Dragon Ball's. Well, no, pretty much he's got the emotion sensing from Naruto, but only with a marine life. He's a master swimmer, an expert combatant. He excels at hand-to-hand combat and overall martial arts abilities. He's an expert tactician and an accomplished diplomat. His only weakness is pretty much water deprivation. Aquaman must return to the water after a period of time or he will weaken. Again, the only what let's see, the only weapon he has on here and anymore is the Trident of Neptune, which is basically a normal trident. Okay, now let's move on to Namor. Okay, now that we're done with that, let's move on to Namor. And Namor is a mutant/Atlantean hybrid, which gives him a unique physiology. Thanks to the Atlantean physiology, he's amphibious and can breathe on land and underwater. He's got superhuman strength sufficient enough to allow Namor to defeat Luke Cage with ease, and use his body as a club to knock out severely strong characters. Namor was able to lift. His best feat was him lifting a World War II destroyer. His speed at its maximum when he's pushing himself is been clocked in at 75 knots. His stamina allows him to physically exert himself for at least 24 hours before building up fatigue toxins in his blood. Blood begins to impair him, basically making him slow down. He's got superhuman agility, superhuman reflexes. He's got superhuman durability, which allows him to take huge amounts of punishment. He's withstand high caliber bullets, falls from orbital heights, and aquatic healing. And he's got aquatic healing. He can also absorb radiation. Well, certain levels of it. He has an extended longevity, aquatic telepathy, augmented vision, and via his mutant physiology that he gained from his father, he has flight. Which he achieves because he has ankle wings. Wings on his ankles. He's also an expert combatant, a bold diplomat, an expert tactician, multilingual, skilled engineer, talented business executive. He's only got a couple of weaknesses. Water deficiency. When not exposed to water, Namor's physical attributes will gradually decline, and they can reach a point where he possesses only a small fraction of his true power. Then he's got oxygen imbalance, where if he stays in either the water or on land for far too long, it will result in manic depressive mood swings. Then there's also his weakness of dehydration. Powerful heat-based attacks hit him. They can make his body dry out way faster, bringing on the water deprivation even quicker. Then pollution. If Namor is immersed in or exposed to polluted water, it can have a negative effect on his physiology and the efficiency of his physical attributes. The only equipment he has on hand and is Neptune's trident. And last time, as of the last time of writing, meaning the last time he was written in the comics and alive, his other main weapon, the power gem, was destroyed. And if you're wondering what I mean by power gem, it's the power stone from the Infinity Stones. So it was destroyed before Namor, or the last time in the comic book, so he doesn't have it anymore. So he won't be using it in this fight. So let's go on and see if anything's changed. Games, I've done a little more research. Let's see who will win. Aquaman or Namor? Okay, now I know what you're thinking. You just did this to split the fights into two and maybe get some more views. No, I did this because I wanted to kind of go back over it, and also I really did want to split this into two parts because of, well, the thumbnail. I felt it would be lying to have one image represent two versions of Aquaman, so I put two images, each of the two separate versions, and it looks weird. So I wanted to separate this and not do two different versions of the character in one fight. Alright, so from now on, fights are going to be structured like this. If I do a fight with two versions of a character, I'll separate it into how many versions I need or am planning on doing. And I will tell you in advance how many any versions of this fight you will get. But pretty much there is no difference between this outcome. In the last time, Aquaman's San Diego feat trumps the what was it again? World War II destroyer feat by the same amount, and pretty much that's what is it? But the power gem, last time I checked, was destroyed in the Marvel Universe. Namor did have but it's destroyed. Right now, the only one left is the time gem, and that's not in Namor. That was not in Namor's possession last time. It was in the Marvel main comics. So I can't let him use the what was it again? I can't let him use the Power Stone to increase his power because, well, it's unfair. He didn't have it. It was destroyed. It was. If we're gonna be reversing stuff back in time just so a character can get a power up, or another character can specifically beat somebody, and I don't mean reversing the timeline back to a point where the character is able to fight. I'm not saying that. I'm saying and reversing the timeline to a point where they're either A, OP, or B, way more powerful than they usually would be. He is kind of broken. Again, and here's an example. Yes, we would not rewind the timeline and put Batgirl back into her Oracle costume, but I mean, take her out of the Oracle abilities and give her back her Batgirl oral abilities. And what I mean by that, well, if we're using pre-New 52 Batgirl, well, she became Oracle because her legs were, well, there's no way around it. They can't function. So we're not going to rewind it all the way back then because she has proven capable of still fighting and still using her abilities way after the Oracle incident, after having become Oracle, and it's too far back. But something like Shulk, where we don't get any, we haven't seen him fight without the Monado. We only have two options. Either give him the Monado replica because we didn't see that being destroyed, or B, give him rewind time back to when he had the Monado 3 right before he gave it up. It, if it's a small change, if it was relatively recent, since then we can rewind time back to that little power up. But if it's like way long ago and been moved on and given and shown the character has can fight without it, then what's the point? Well, this fight goes to Aquaman. Maybe Namor's gonna have a better chance against Aquaman from the New 52, but who knows? See you guys.